Have you ever made a burger at home? You get the meat, you get the cheese, you get the lettuce, you even buy the fancy pickles that cost approximately the same as your monthly rent. You put everything together, and then you take a bite, and it tastes like a burger. Meanwhile, you go to McDonald's, and somehow McDonald's tastes like McDonald's.
Which is weird, because if you look at the ingredients, it's basically bread, meat, cheese, sauce, and vegetables. So why does your burger taste like something you made, while McDonald's tastes like something that was summoned from another dimension?
Well, the first problem is probably your meat. At home, we tend to make these beautiful, thick patties. You season them, you shape them carefully, you give them the emotional support they deserve, and then you cook them for approximately 47 years. McDonald's does the opposite.
Their patties are thin, really thin, because a thin patty has more surface area touching the hot cooking surface, which means more browning. More browning means more of those delicious, roasted, savory flavors. So while you're at home making a beautiful 3-centimeter thick meat frisbee, McDonald's is making something that looks like it was printed by a meat printer. And honestly, it works. But then there's the bun. This is where homemade burgers start getting betrayed. You buy a normal burger bun, you put your burger inside, and suddenly the bun is fighting for its life. It's dry, it's too thick, it's falling apart, and somehow it tastes like bread. McDonald's buns are incredibly soft and slightly sweet. They're basically designed to disappear while still making your brain think, wow, what a sophisticated bread experience. And then there's the cheese. At home, you might put a slice of cheddar on your burger. You wait for it to melt, you stare at it, you whisper, please, and eventually it melts.
At McDonald's, the cheese melts into the burger like it has accepted its destiny. And that's important because a burger isn't just about flavor. It's about texture, soft bun, juicy meat, melted cheese, crunchy pickles, and then the sauce. This is another place where homemade burgers get absolutely destroyed. Because at home, we usually think, I'm going to put some ketchup on it. Maybe some mustard, maybe mayonnaise. And that's it. McDonald's is out here doing chemical warfare. Sweetness, saltiness, acidity, fat. Everything is balanced so that every bite tastes ridiculously intense. And then they add pickles. And pickles are basically flavor grenades. You bite into one and suddenly your entire mouth has been informed that something important is happening. But there's another reason McDonald's tastes so different. Consistency.
When you make a burger at home, one day it's amazing. The next day you somehow create a sandwich that tastes like depression. The patty is too dry, the bun is burnt, the cheese is cold, the lettuce has the structural integrity of a wet napkin. McDonald's has spent decades figuring out exactly how their burger should taste. The same amount of sauce, the same type of bun, the same style of patty, the same combination of salty, sweet, fatty, acidic, and savory flavors. Your homemade burger is improvising. McDonald's has a spreadsheet. And then there's something even more unfair. Your brain. Because you've probably eaten McDonald's burgers dozens of times, maybe hundreds. So when you taste one, your brain already knows what it's supposed to taste like. The flavor is familiar, the smell is familiar, the texture is familiar. Even the little paper wrapper probably releases a chemical called I should not be eating this at 2 a.m. And that familiarity matters. So, does this mean you can't make a burger at home that tastes better than McDonald's? Absolutely not. In fact, you can probably make a much better burger. Better meat, better cheese, better ingredients, better everything. But if you're trying to recreate that specific McDonald's taste, you have to stop thinking like a chef and start thinking like a scientist who's been given one mission. Make people crave a tiny salty sandwich at 11:47 p.m. Because that's the secret. Your homemade burger is trying to be delicious. McDonald's is trying to be McDonald's. And apparently, that's a very different recipe.